Oh, we're sort of working. Hello, I'm Bill. I was just thinking, like, should I put that back a bit? Hello. Gosh, yeah. Yeah, hello. It's tonight. It's the, what day is it? It's my day off at Postman.
July.
Is it 22nd?
Yeah, it's Tuesday, yeah. Tuesday, the 22nd of July.
You sure?
2014.
No, I mean, I had a bit of
Shaw, my name's Luke Shaw.
I had a bit of a weird childhood. You're right, for a second. But I had a bit of a weird childhood. Because, like, I've got three brothers, like, James, Robert and Donald. And I had one big sister. I got one big sister, Jackie. So if you push that door to a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jackie's dead, like, she died a couple of years ago, like, with a blood clot in her brain. I'm trying not to get a blood clot in my brain, you see. I want to live a little bit longer. I'm trying not to get a blood clot in my brain, you know, why I keep talking. Because, you know, they destroyed the VHS, they destroyed the television, and then my sister got a blood clot in her brain, and then she died. I mean, Jackie died. Jackie was our sister. She is our sister. She died in 2012. Jackie died in 2012. Anyway, there's four of us left, like, you know, because Jackie was our thumb. There's James, who's the Jack of clubs, Robert, the Jack of diamonds, me, the Jack of spades, and Don, the Jack of hearts. I've got two Donald Stewart Bayless. But I had a bit of a weird childhood, which my brothers don't know about, probably. Actually, my brothers probably don't know about my weird childhood, because actually, when I was a kid, my brothers liked football, you see. Oh, wait a minute, put that back a bit. My brothers used to like football, and they used to actually go outside and play football quite a lot, sort of thing. I got three brothers, Donald, Robert, and James, and they used to play football quite a lot, you know, outside. But I didn't like playing football. I was the odd one out, so I used to sit in the living room with my daddy while my brothers were out playing football. It's a true story. Because I don't think my brothers read books very much. Seriously, my brothers used to play football outside a lot. But I don't think they used to read the books as much as I did. I used to read the books, you see. Because actually what happened was when they were out playing football, and I don't like football, I used to sit in the living room quite a lot for about 20 odd years or whatever. You know, most of my life. I used to sit in the living room with my daddy. You see, and my daddy used to love reading science fiction books, you see. I used to like reading books because, actually, it's a true story, is Damien Jack, is it Damien Jacks? Damien Jakes. I think it was Damien Jakes. Are you still alive? That was 30 odd years ago. He bought me a book called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It was Damien Jakes. Must have been about when I was about 12 years old, something, about 36 years ago or something. It was about 36 years ago, right? 36 years ago. And Damien Jakes gave me a book called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So I started reading books, you see. It was my birthday at the time. But anyway, years and years later, no, I used to sort of read books a lot. But my dad is always into science fiction. My dad loves science fiction stories. Like, my dad loves Asimov. And, what was the other ones? Was it Doc Smith? Something like that. My dad's always been into science fiction, like. And when I was a kid, my brothers were out playing football, and I was in the living room because we had lots of books. My dad had lots and lots. Well, he's still alive, but he had lots and lots of books. He had a whole bookshelf full of fucking science fiction books. And my daddy used to read he read science fiction books about the Asimov and all that. Because Asimov was still alive at the time. Funny thing, Asimov was still alive when these books were getting published. I didn't know that until recently. He only died about 10 years ago or something. But actually, Asimov was really sort of like, had the robot stories, like Asimov's I, Robot and all that. And my daddy used to read all these books, all these science fiction books, right? And then my dad gave the books to me. And then I read all the science fiction books, you see. I used to read all my dad's books. That's why I got into science fiction, actually, Dad. because we used to watch Star Trek and Doctor Who a lot. You know, we used to watch Star Trek. We used to watch all the TV. But anyway, when I was a kid, my brothers were outside playing football, and I used to sort of sit in the living room with my daddy, reading science fiction books like I, Robot by Asimov and E. Doc Smith and all the other fucking science fiction books, you know. But that's why I got into science fiction books, because I used to sit while my brothers were outside playing football, and I was in the living room with my daddy reading his books. Basically, that's why I got into science fiction novels, you know, because my dad used to read a book, in a science fiction book like Asimov or whatever, and then my dad used to give me the book, and I used to read my dad's books. That's why I like science fiction, is because it was me and my dad. It was like my dad used to read the books, these science fiction books, you know, Asimov, E. Doc Smith and all that, and then my dad used to he gave me his books. So he read the books, and then I read the books. So that we sort of like science fiction shit. Anyway, talking shite now. Anyway, yeah. How are you tonight then, Luke?
Yeah, I'm alright.
You alright?
Same old, same old.
How's Lucy?
She's fine. Fucking having trouble at the moment, sleeping in this heat.
Oh, it's hard, isn't it, in the afternoon? I found it today. I kept going to bed and getting up and going to bed and getting up.
Yes. Well, I seem to sleep perfectly. But I sleep naked, that's why.
I do quite a lot. Well,
open up all your windows and you're fine. You just got to get used to it. I don't know why people are complaining. We only have hot weather every now and then.
Yeah.
People complain when it's too cold.
Alright, look, you're talking shite. Now, anything else you want to say? Anything in particular you want to say before I turn this off?
Anything in particular? No.
Yeah. No, but when I was a kid, I mean, when I was about 11, 12, 13, well, when, you know, I used to sit and, while my brothers were outside playing football, I was in the living room with my dad. Literally, we used to sit there every fucking afternoon, you know, for years on end. Didn't say a word, hardly.
Yeah.
He used to read a book, and then my dad passed the book to me, and I used to read the book. It was like, sort of like Asimov, I, Robot, or it was E. Doc Smith, or one of his other science fiction writers, you know.
Yeah.
So that's where I got my brain from, my dad, almost. I basically got my brain patterns from my dad, in a way. Because he used to read books, you know, science fiction books, and he loves science fiction. My daddy loves science fiction, he really does. My daddy fucking loves science fiction books. And he used to read the books, and then daddy used to give me the books. So I used to read the books after dad. And they're fucking good books, the Asimov ones, and many more as well. Anyway, yeah, let's finish this. Alright. It's about books. No, but that's why I've got my brain. That's why I like science fiction. That is exactly why I like science fiction. It's because when I was a kid, my brothers were playing football, and I used to sit in the living room with my daddy, and I used to read his books. You know, he used to read a book, and then he gave me the book, and then I read the book. Then he gave me another book, and then I read that book, and my daddy gave me another book, and I read that book, and then my daddy gave me another book. And that's how my brain grew.